dear friends, now in this particular session we are going to cover another important topic in the life sciences, or you can say this topic is for the zoology students, and the name of the topic is the phylum Mollusca. We are going to discuss the general characteristics of phylum Mollusca. Now see this mollusca, it is a different kind of animal. We generally see the animals surrounding us, but this animal is quite different. So let's see the general characteristics of the phylum Mollusca. So first characteristics, this particular mollusca, it is the soft body animal. The outer covering is very soft. That's why that name is derived from the Greek word mollusca, means soft. So all the animals which come under the phylum Mollusca, they are having a soft body. So these are the soft body animal. Now let's see the habitat of this particular mollusca. So these mollusca, usually they are aquatic in nature. So aquatic means they are found in the water, especially most of the species of the mollusca, they are found in a marine water, and few forms of the mollusca they are found in a fresh water also, but mostly they are found in a marine water. And again there are some very few mollusca species, they are found on the land, so that is called as a terrestrial mollusca. So this is the habitat of the mollusca. And remember, mollusca, these are the soft body animal. So just for our understanding, you take one example in your mind. We usually see the snail, ज्याला मराठीमध्ये आपण गोगल काय म्हणतो, snail. So snail, it is the example of the mollusca, and we know that it is a soft body animal. Now let's see the symmetry of the mollusca. So mollusca, most of the mollusca, they are bilateral, they are having a bilateral symmetry. What is meant by the bilateral? When we divide the animal in particular axis, then it produces two equal halves, that is called as the bilateral. So mollusca, they are the bilateral symmetry, but there is some exception in case of the class Gastropoda. Gastropoda, they don't having a bilateral symmetry, they are asymmetric in nature. That is, Gastropoda, they lose their symmetry during their development due to the torsion action. Torsion means what? It is the act of twisting. So due to the torsion action, that gastropod, they lose their symmetry and they are asymmetric in nature. Otherwise, mollusca, they are bilateral symmetry. Now let's see the body plan of the mollusca. See, first one, we generally see the body plan of animal. Body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen, but mollusca, they are having a different body plan. Okay, so we discussed about the body plan. So body plan of the mollusca, it is quite different. It is not like that head, thorax and abdomen. So body plan, see here, this is the anterior head. First of all, see body plan, body is divisible into anterior head, then dorsal visceral mass, then ventral foot and mantle. This is the body plan of the mollusca. So first try to understand this. Obviously anterior head is there, then visceral mass. What is meant by the visceral mass? On the dorsal, and it is called as a dorsal visceral mass, my dear friends. So on the dorsal side, there is some tissue-like structure or mass-like structure, and within that mass, some organs are embedded, or some what we can say, obviously some organs are embedded into the visceral mass. So that is called as a dorsal visceral mass. And then on the ventral side of the animal, there is a foot, which is used for the locomotion purposes. So different types of foots are found according to the species. Different types of foot are found in the mollusca, which is used for the movement or locomotion purposes. And last one is the mantle, which is the body, which is the part of the body plan. So let's see here. I'll try to explain the body plan of the mollusca. So you can clearly see this is the outer layer, this is the shell. You can clearly see here this one is the shell, which is the outer portion, and here inside there is a mantle. So this particular mantle, they are going to secrete the calcareous shell. So calcareous shells are secreted by the mantle, and inside the mantle there is a visceral mass, and all these particular organs, visceral mass is going to protect all these particular organs. Now inside you can see here there is a heart is there. Then on the ventral side you can see there is a foot. So there are many types of many species of molluscas are there. So foot is modified according to the species and according to the habitat. Then you can see here, this is the mantle cavity. Between mantle and body or tissue, there is a mantle cavity, and here there is a mouth, and inside the mouth, see here my dear friends, there is a buccal cavity, and inside the buccal cavity there is a radula, which is used for the grasping purposes. So this is a teeth like structure which is present in a buccal cavity, and that is used for the grasping purposes. Then obviously we have discussed, this is a heart, here there is a digestive system, and this one is a stomach, and here there is a anus, and see, these are the gills, or you can say this is the ctenidia, which is used for the respiratory purposes. So this is the overall body plan of the mollusca. So remember, this is the body plan. Again remember, body plan, that is body is divisible into head, then dorsal visceral mass, foot and mantle. These are the body plan of the mollusk. Now see, next general characteristics of the mollusca. Muscular foot is there. Important point. Muscular foots are there, and they are present on the ventral side of the animal, and that is used for the locomotion purposes. Now foot is used for the creeping purposes, then it is used for the swimming purposes and for the burrowing purposes. So mollusca, they are having different kinds of habitat. They are found all over the world. So habitat is different. So according to the habitat, that foot is modified. Now next general characteristics, mantle. We have already seen mantle, which is the part, see here, this is the mantle, and that mantle, it is also called as the pallium. And mantle, this is a thin muscular fold that cover the dorsal portion of the body. And remember, this particular mantle, they are going to secrete the shells. Here we make an important point. Mollusca, what is the economic importance of the mollusca? There are so many economic importance, but we discuss one, that is the shell. We know that there are different types of shells of mollusca are found, and they are having some economic importance. And this mantle, see this particular mantle, which is called as a pallium, they are going to secrete the calcareous shells. Hard shells are secreted by the mantle.
Calcareous shells you can see in the diagram, which is secreted by the mantle.
So shells, as I already told you, shell which is secreted by the mantle. Now this particular shells, which are the hard calcareous, and mollusca shell are bivalve. So that's why most of the time mollusca is called as the bivalve animal.
Picture shows the bivalve mollusk, that is they produce a two equal hull, that's why it is called as bivalve mollusk.
Okay, bivalve means what? They have got two equal hulls. So you can see in the figure what is meant by the bivalve. So most of the mollusca, they are bivalve in nature. Some mollusca, they are the univalve in nature, and some they are the spiral, and these are the cones. So you can see, we can see that this is the shells, type of shell: bivalve shell, univalve shell, spiral shell, and cone shaped shell.
This picture shows the different types of spiral shape and cone shaped shells which are produced by the gastropod, and this is due to the torsion activity, that is the twisting.
So these are some types of shell. There are many, but these are the few important types of shells. Now let's see the respiratory system, how mollusca they respirate, how they take the oxygen. So respiration by means of the ctenidia. You can see we have already seen in here, this is a gills or ctenidia. Through this respiration takes place, and body surface is also plays a minor role in the respiration. So body surface is also important for the respiratory system. Then let's see the digestive system. In case of the mollusca, the digestive system is the complete digestive system. Then buccal cavity. Buccal cavity it is found in the mouth, and inside the buccal cavity there is a radula. Radula means this is the grasping organ. This is a teeth-like structure is developed in the mouth of the mollusca that is used for the grasping of the food material. Then circulatory system of the mollusca, it is open circulatory system. This is not closed, this is the open circulatory system is found. And excretory system. Excretory system, one or two pairs of sac-like kidneys are developed inside the mollusca, and that act as an excretory system. Then nervous system, there is a pair of ganglia which is going to control, we know that nervous system, they are going to control the whole body, and inside the mollusca there is either one or two pair of ganglia are there. What is meant by the ganglia? Ganglia means it is the bunch of nerves which are going to control the body activities. So now let's see the reproductive system of the mollusca. So the sex which are present in the mollusca, they are usually separate, that is male and female. There we can identify male and female, but some forms of the mollusca, they are hermaphrodites in nature, that is male gamete and female gamete are found in a same animal, that is called as the hermaphrodite, but usually in mollusca sex are separate. Then fertilization. So we know that what is meant by the fertilization. Fertilization means it is the union of male and female gamete, they are going to form a zygote. So fertilization process which is very important in the mollusca, and that fertilization is either internal or external. Internal fertilization means what? Union of male and female gamete takes place inside the body, and sometimes it is external, union takes place outside the body. So that is about the fertilization. Now let's see the segmentation. Segmentation, or we can see the cleavage. Cleavage means what? When zygote is produced. So zygote, it is continuously divided. One cell is divided into the 2 to 4, 4 to 8 like that. That process is called as a cleavage. And in case of the mollusca, the cleavage is spiral. You can see in the figure what is meant by the spiral cleavage.
Picture shows the spiral cleavage in which one cell is divided into 2 to 4, 4 to 6, and that bunch of the cell, it is looking like a spiral, so it is called as a spiral cleavage.
And then lastly, the development. Now mollusca development takes place through the larva. So Glochidium larva or Veliger larva. Through this Glochidium larva or Veliger larva, development of the mollusca takes place. You can see the figures of Glochidium larva and Veliger larva in next view.
This picture shows the Glochidium larva. This one is also the Glochidium larva, and this picture is the Veliger larva of the mollusca.
Okay, so these are some general characteristics of the mollusca. Hope you understand. It helpful to understand. And this particular topic is for the SYBSc Zoology, and these topics are also important for the CSR NET examination. So hope you understand all these general characteristics of the mollusca. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and share the video and subscribe my channel RMK Resolution and hit the bell icon so you'll get the regular update. Such kind of videos you can found on my channel RMK Resolution. Thank you. Bye.